Okay, this presentation is about questions that are a combination of normal distribution and binomial distribution, a combined question. So this would be fair game in an exam situation. It's testing two skills. It's testing, first of all, you can do a normal distribution question and then combine that with a binomial situation as well. Amy is a keen tennis player. The amount of time and hours she spends training each week is normally distributed with a mean of 8.4 hours and a standard deviation of 1.8 hours. Find correct to 4 decimal places that she spends more than 10 hours training per week. Okay, so we're looking at more than 10 hours, and we've got our mean and standard deviation there. So we might do this on the next slide. We're doing this question here. Sorry, not doing that question there. We're doing this question here, question 8. So, we're going to go to our distributions. We're going to go to menu. Let's write this down. Probability. So that's number 5. Oops. Number 5. Distributions, which is also 5. Normal CDF, which is 2. Okay, so we're looking at more than 10 hours training. So our lower bound, LB for lower bound, is going to be 10. Our upper bound, it's greater than 10, is going to be infinity. Our mean from the question is 8.4 hours. And our standard deviation from the question is 1.8 hours. Okay, so we place that in our calculator. In normal CDF, we get a probability of 0.1870. Okay. Now, part B says, what is the probability correct to 4 decimal places that of the next 5 weeks, Amy will spend at least one of them training more than 10 hours per week? This is a binomial situation. The probability doesn't change each time. So we can use our binomial CDF to work this out. So let's have a look. Binomial CDF. So that's menu, probability, choice 5, distributions, 5 again. Binomial CDF is choice E. To scroll down a bit for that. Okay, so number of trials. So in the next 5 weeks. Okay, there we go. So that's our number of trials. Okay, so N here is 5. Probability of success. Okay, now we've already worked out the probability Amy will spend at least one of those 5 weeks training more than 10 hours per week. So we just worked out the probability that she trains more than 10 hours per week. So our probability now gets shifted straight into the binomial situation. So our probability is 0.1870. Lower bound. Okay, so at least one of them training more per week. So at least one means our lower bound is 1. Our upper bound would be all 5 of those weeks. And we then place that in our calculator. Okay, and the answer is to 4 decimal places, 0.6449. Okay, so that's the answer to part B. There. And there we go. There's our question. So we've used binomial we've used normal distribution, beg your pardon, in part A. There it is there. Okay, and then we've used that result in part A to use our binomial CDF in part B to get the answer of 0.6449.